Hi everyone. For the next while, once a month, I'll be presenting a short podcast of up to approximately 5 minutes on some aspect of consciousness. Consciousness is a very broad topic, and I expect that this series will comprise 10 to a dozen podcasts. The subjects that I address, as you may suspect, are expanded upon in my course on consciousness and in my book on spirituality. Details of each of these can be seen on my website at www.peterhdennis.com. 2 N's in Dennis. Now here's the first one, which addresses the question, what is consciousness? My definition of consciousness is simply awareness of what's going on around us and what's going on within us. Here's one way of looking at it. Suppose we are all in a large room, which is full of furniture. There are tables, chairs, sofas, stools, etc. And we have to get from one corner of this room to the opposite one. Now let's say the lights are extremely dim and it's difficult to see anything. We start walking towards where we think our destination lies, and as we progress, we don't see very well, so we start bumping into things. We crack our shins, we trip over objects, we smack into stuff. It's a painful journey, and we really can't tell if we're going in the right direction or if we're making any progress at all. Now suppose that some of us get to undertake this same journey, but with the lights turned fully on. We see the obstacles, we see shortcuts, we see where we should be headed, and the journey is much easier. Well, consciousness is like the light. With more of it, life is easier. Those with a relatively low level of consciousness have a life filled with more fear, pain, anger, shame, guilt, grief, resentment, dis-ease, and many other depressing emotional states. On the other hand, those with a relatively expanded degree of consciousness live in a reality involving more peace, love, joy, trust, optimism, kindness, abundance, cooperation, generosity, ease, etc. I think you get the idea. Incidentally, those with a high enough degree of consciousness are referred to as enlightened, meaning they have more light available to them than the rest of us. They see much more of the bigger picture, and they enjoy a life of continuous peace. In future podcasts, I'll be explaining some more concepts related to the subject of consciousness. Of course, you can also find an expansion of this information in my course on consciousness and in my book on spirituality. Both of these, with their many reviews, can be seen on my website at www.peterhdennis.com. by clicking on the appropriate topic tabs on the left side of the site. Well, folks, that's it for today's podcast. I'll be back in another month. So long for now.